Skeleton Lord was not going down with such ease. It accomplished something that Lion didn't envision. The green fire on the Skeleton King's head developed hazier and greater. The skeleton ruler yelled, "I've watched the Cavern of Fog for such countless years, yet I've never seen a player that killed their direction to it. I wouldn't be weak now if less of my skeleton fighters had passed on. But a novice can some way or another leading edge the guard of somebody as extraordinary as me. This rascal can't be permitted to leave alive." The Skeleton Lord, which was losing only a second prior, has now remained on his feet all the more furiously. Leon fell back as he saw that the beast had gotten more grounded. However, regardless of Lon falling back, the skeleton ruler covered the distance among him and Lon inside the space of seconds. Lon understood that not in the least did the skeleton ruler get more grounded, yet it additionally got quicker. The Skeleton Lord went after Lon with his monster blade, totally obliterating the ground. Anyway, Lion some way or another figured out how to evade this assault. In the wake of seeing the circumstance, it didn't seem to be an immediate advancement would be conceivable now, so Leon changed his system and chose to confine the Skeleton Lord's development first. Leon began to dive deep into the prison, and the skeleton ruler followed him. When they entered a tight cavern, Leon saw the rock behind the skeleton ruler that seemed as though it planned to fall soon. Lon made an arrangement, and when the Skeleton Lord went after him again, Lon ran towards that rock. He halted before the stone and began to incite the Skeleton Lord, expressing, "Come at me, you huge numbskull." The skeleton ruler, who was exceptionally irate at Leon from the outset, got significantly angrier when Leon ridiculed him. The skeleton ruler utilized his bone wings to go after him. Lon moved quick, however couldn't completely evade the scope of the assault and got hit by the shock wave. He flew away, hit a stopping point, and lost 26 GP. Lon was in torment, acknowledging how feeble he is. The Skeleton Lord just brushed him and Lon's HP is now this low. Now he just has 4 HP staying. The skeleton ruler raced to go after Lon again. He won't let his opportunity to kill Leon disappear. Lon, who has not even recuperated from the last assault, was all the while lying on the ground when the following assault came this quick. It was astonishing for him. Lion constrained his body to move, and some way or another prevailed with regards to evading the assault, making the Skeleton Lord miss him and hit the stone, and similarly as Leon expected, that huge rock began to break and fall. The skeleton ruler couldn't avoid those large falling rocks and got covered inside it, lost 70 GP, and Lon, who just has 4 GP, some way or another figured out how to get away from sound. The Skeleton Lord didn't kick the bucket, yet it stalled out in those stones. Now it just has 129 GP and can't move. This is the very smart arrangement to kill it. Lon can't hang on significantly longer. He needs to end the battle rapidly before it remains back up. The main choice Lon has is to kill the skeleton ruler in one strike. He bounced high over the Skeleton Lord and brought his skeleton boxing glove that he got from killing the skeleton commander. The skeleton boxing glove expertise is that the following hit after this is utilized has a dependable opportunity to score a basic hit. Leon just has a single opportunity, so he assembles his entire existence and focuses on the skeleton ruler's head. When the Skeleton Lord, who was all the while battling to stand, saw Leon hovering over his head, he got frightened. Lon completely utilizes this opportunity and raises a ruckus around town ruler's head with all his solidarity. The skeleton ruler lost 132 GP and quickly passed on. Leon's assault was strong to the point that it obliterated the ground underneath. Lo, the green fire on the Skeleton Lord's early advantages to blur gradually. In the wake of killing the Skeleton Lord, a prison leave entrance shows up before Lon. A framework warning comes. The fledgling's mission escape from the Cavern of Fog has been finished. Congrats Leon on formally becoming one of Otherworld's players. Another notice comes. Congrats Mage Leon on killing the Cavern of Fog's manager, the Skeleton Lord. Interestingly, 30 frees and focuses have been granted. The framework distinguished that player Leon crushed the supervisor skeleton ruler through a scuffle battle. So Leon was granted 10 free detail focuses and 50 experience focuses. With that many experience focuses, Lon straightforwardly stepped up 3 levels and became level 5. When Leon finished the fledgling's scene, as the primary kill reward, he got the Ring of the Skeleton Lord. Leon was shocked to get supervisor gear. The Ring of the Skeleton Ruler is a C-position hardware, and its impact is that in the wake of wearing it, the player's first typical assault's harm will be expanded by half. Leon takes a gander at the ring and says, "Not terrible, despite the fact that it's not generally areas of strength for the skeleton boxing glove. Its benefit is its reusability." An idea rings a bell that if he somehow managed to sell a C-position piece of hardware, it's be definitely worth 200,000 or 300,000. Leon snickers, saying, "I've struck gold this time." Yet the main thing that upsets Lon is the message that he did the primary kill. He says, "Does that imply that nobody's killed that skeleton lord before? Now then, how could they pass the preliminary?" Yet he chooses to leave the prison first and afterward consider it. As of now, Leon is a level 5 supporter warlock with 76 strength, 6 safeguard, 9 dexterity, 0 soul, and 200 mana. He likewise has an obscure level ability, the Mage's Bold Heart, and a rank expertise muscle makes supernatural occurrences. Subsequent to leaving the prison, Leon unexpectedly shows up in the arena where the understudies who finished their jobs were. When young Roman 11 saw Leon, he bounced and embraced him. Leon was shocked to see him act like that. Yong Shay, who was glad to see Lon, got out. "Whatever happened to you? Why you take such a long time to finish a fledgling's central goal? I nearly thought you kicked the bucket in there." Lon, who was astounded to see every one of the understudies there, requested young Roman 11 why all from them finished the novice's central goal and came out rapidly. Yong Shay let him know that it's been 3 hours since the last individual came out. Leon asked him which job he drew, and Yong Shay said he drew the mage. Making sense of what a mage is to Lon, this feels extremely bizarre, he thought. Did we get a similar world? Out of nowhere, a fair-haired kid moved toward them and made fun, saying, "Leon, so you were the final remaining one to come out?" That light-haired kid is Maf, the class screen of their group. Maf attempted to humiliate Lon before everybody, saying, "Leon, you're only a weaved cushion. What use does being attractive have in the other world? Ability is top dog." Leon didn't answer to him and figured, the reason why does Maf love to unexpectedly provoke? Head Jinlong came to the stage what's more, reported that since everybody's as of now signed up for the other world, tomorrow the whole class would partake in the novice's preparation. He said, "Understudies, we should all present ourselves, our jobs, and our ability to get to know one another better." Side person understudies began. One joyfully reported that he is a trooper with D-position ability. One more said, "I'm a professional killer, likewise with D-position." One more understudy with a miserable articulation said, "My ability is F rank. I believe I'm in a bad way." A delightful young lady, Xiao Zhu, turned into a mage and healer, drawing in every one of the male understudies' consideration. She likewise completely qualified for the waifu measures. Another young lady, Zhu, got the job of a paladin and stirred a B-rank ability. In spite of her appearance as a humble, her details were that of a fighter. The following one was Mama, who played the part of a fighter and a B-rank ability, as well as high scores in all abilities. Alikim was fortunate to have what it takes he had. Different understudies were shocked at his group and ability. After all, everybody knows that fighter is a very strong class in the other world. A person said, "Class screen is honored by the sky." Taking a gander at the understudies, Head Jinlong thought, somebody with a B-rank ability can as of now be considered being among the positions of masters. Seems to be this clump of understudies isn't terrible. At last, it was Leon's turn. Encompassed by an emanation of dim green flares, he reported that he gotten the part of a magician. However, he didn't uncover his ability, saying, "It's not helpful for